What if Five Nights at Freddy's didn't start the way we know it? What if instead of the simple, mysterious version we got, it started with something way darker, like FNAF Plus? Because if FNAF Plus was the first game, it wouldn't just change the visuals, it would completely change the story. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how the lore would change, how the animatronics would be interpreted differently, how the timeline would shift, and why the entire FNAF story might actually be darker, but less mysterious. But to understand that, first we need to look at what the original game actually did first. The original FNAF is quiet, minimal. You're given almost nothing. You get the phone guy where he said they do tend to wander a bit, but that line is doing a lot of work because it doesn't explain anything. It only suggests something is wrong. Now, this is what made FNAF explode. You weren't told the story, you had to build it instead. Now, imagine FNAF Plus. Imagine this game is your first experience. No mystery, no distance, just discomfort. And you ask yourself, why does this feel real? Because FNAF Plus doesn't feel like a game. To me, it feels like footage. If this game was the original, the story wouldn't start as a mystery. It would start kind of as a crime scene. You wouldn't ask, what happened here? You'd ask, how bad was it? The environment is too detailed to ignore. You see neglect, you feel abandonment, and it feels recent. In the original, possession is debated, but here, it's obvious. There's something inside them. The realism removes doubt. They don't move like machines, they move with intent. There's no, are they haunted debate. There's an immediate emotional horror, and the focus shifts to identities of victims. If you're seeing how different this version becomes, subscribe, because we're not just analyzing FNAF, we're rebuilding it. Now, in the original timeline, William Afton is hidden, but here, you feel him immediately. You keep saying, someone did this, and they didn't stop. Now, if the building feels like evidence, there has to be a cause, and the game would push you towards that conclusion faster, because Afton becomes central to the story earlier, the player becomes the investigator, and the tone is more of a cover-up and crime scene-esque. The original timeline is confusing because it was meant to be uncovered slowly, but this version would be more direct. There's no hidden minigames, no cryptic clues, and the world tells you everything you need to know. So there's a faster understanding, there's less theory reliance, and a more grounded storytelling. If this tone started FNAF, every game would follow it. You'd keep saying, this was never a kid's restaurant. And that impact makes it feel less sci-fi, more psychological, and more grounded realism. But there's a problem. If FNAF started like this, it might not have worked. The original game gave you nothing and made you imagine everything. And imagination is sometimes scarier than reality. So what changes? If FNAF Plus was the original, you'd get a darker, more direct, but also less mysterious story. It tells you the story, but it doesn't make you question it. Now, tell me, would this version be better or worse? Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. It's free to do. You can undo it at any time. But other than that, you have a good night, morning, wherever you're at, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.